Guys, Steph here. Okay, let's take a look at this lovely pen. And as it says on the description, what we've got for you is a Wyvern fountain pen. Let's first of all take you straight to the barrel imprint. As you can see, what I've done, I've highlighted it for you there so you can see everything. But what it has is the sort of the Wyvern dragon to the top. It's got the Wyvern name just underneath. It's got the model 303, and then to the bottom it's got made in England. So we've got a lovely crisp barrel imprint on the pen. So as we said, we've got a Wyvern 303 fountain pen made in England. The size of it capped is 133 millimeters capped. Around the barrel to the top here, it's around about 11.5 millimeters in diameter. You can see the sort of the barrel tapers down towards the end here, and as you'll see in a moment, this one has got this blind cap to the bottom which we can remove, and it's what we term as a button filled fountain pen. Now let's take you to the cap, because what we've got on this particular pen is not so much a cap band, but yeah, a cap sleeve. I think what they termed this in the day was a sort of a gurgle, not a girdle, a girdle. So yeah, we've got this sort of like a sleeve as opposed to a band. And then if I just take you to the bottom of this sleeve, or the bottom of the cap, and if I rotate it for you, there you go, you can see we've got the Wyvern name written all around the bottom of the cap. There's the clip there. We've got this nice sort of quite a plain clip to the cap there, and if we take you up to the very top, you can see it's got this grey stud holding the clip to the very top there. All in all, in my opinion, a nice attractive fountain pen. Now some people will say, Wyvern? I've never heard of Wyvern. Very briefly, Wyvern, who were based originally in Leicester in the UK, although I believe later they had a office in London as well, but Wyvern are actually one of the major manufacturers of fountain pens of the period. They made lots and lots of different models, different patterns, different styles, etc. They even made some with what we term as lizard skins. They also, believe it or not, they actually made some pens with leather and pigskin coverings, which are very, very desirable. So the Wyvern pens, as I say, in many different models, different sort of designs, etc, etc. I believe they also actually made pens for other major manufacturers of the period, and also I do believe they made their own nibs. Not only did they make their own nibs, but again I believe they made nibs for other manufacturers. So in a nutshell, yeah, Wyvern were a major players as far as fountain pen manufacturers was concerned, again, of the period. And when I say period, I think it was actually sort of the late 1800s or whenever through to about 1955. This specific pen, I'm dating late 1940s, I think around about 1948, 1950s. So let's take the cap off, which is a push on, push off cap. Let's show you the pen in different angles so you can see it. The pen's been fully restored. We've put a new sack in it, and as we'll see in a moment, it should be in full working order. Now take a look at that. Look at the section. On this pen we've got this rather unusual section. It sort of literally tapers down to the bottom. It's got this little ridge to the very top there towards the nib, and if I show you the nib, there you go, you can see the nib also has the Wyvern symbol or dragon, and then underneath it has 14 carat. And if we give you a sideways view like so, take you underneath there, there's the feed. It's got this sort of what we term as a ladder feed. Everything as always nice and clean, but yeah, quite an unusual nib. Now the nib is what we term as, well, it's not hooded, it's this sort of a wraparound nib if you like, and very reminiscent. I believe they actually based it on the Parker 51, sort of a similar sort of design, whereas the Parker 51 is hidden in the section. You can see this particular nib protrudes out of the section, as you can see there. But all in all, in my opinion, a very interesting design. It's actually quite comfortable to hold. It's a little bit on the thin side, but yeah, in my opinion, still nice and comfortable. With my large hands, it's a nice size pen to hold. Now, as we said earlier, this one is what we term as a button filler, so we remove the blind cap like so, and there you have it. We've got this brass button to the bottom of the barrel there, and how we fill it, we dip the nib in the ink, press down on the button to fill the pen. So let's do that. Let's bring on some ink. Let's dip it in the ink. Okay, I'm sure you could hear that bubbling noise. Let's give it a wipe. So the bubbling sound tells us it's working. Let's pop the blind cap back on. Let's bring on the paper, and let's see how the pen writes. As always, it's the first time, well, you're going to be seeing exactly what I'm seeing. I don't test them, I test them here, so if there's a problem, we're going to see it together. So, what do we have? We have a Wyvern 303, made in England, and again we're dating it around 1948. It's writing actually very nicely. I don't expect it to have any flexibility, as you can see there. Yeah, there's no flex. It's writing, I would say, well, there we go, writing with a medium line. And as we said, just a little bit of railroad in there, but writing very nicely indeed. Look at that. So writing, I would say, with a medium line, very nicely. A lovely writing sample, as you can see there. So what we'll do, we'll clean the pen out after the video. There you go. closes with a nice satisfying click. And what we'll do, let's try and find a new home for this lovely pen. I'm sure there's people out there that don't have a Wyvern pen and they would like one, so this may be the candidate for them. So there we have it, a Wyvern 303 made in England, made in Leicester in England. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, just down there, press that thumbs up video or thumbs up symbol, and don't forget, wherever you are, please stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.